I think the most important thing, a lot of people that lose focus or maybe don't pay as much attention is that a lot of people focus on getting into the trade. I think when you get into the trade, you should be equally alert about an exit strategy when you're making an entry. Don't get into the trade thinking, well, okay, yeah, I'm going to get in and then we'll see what happens and then I'll figure out where I want to get out.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a specific target as far as your entry, you got to have a specific target based on your own risk assessment and what is suitable for you to exit that trade. It doesn't matter how confident you feel about the trade. You have to realize if the trade does not go your way, you have to execute an exit strategy. That I cannot emphasize on that enough. A lot of people will get hurt because they bring their own conviction into the trade, and a lot of times the market will prove you wrong, and they don't want to accept that fact.
Mm-hmm. So for you personally, how do you plan for an exit strategy? What do you look at when you're researching a stock?
Well, one thing that, like I said, I look for momentum plays, and momentum does not mean necessarily the momentum has to be on the upside. If I feel that something is accelerating to the downside and there is further price action to the downside, I will try to capture it. It's not important whether the move is on the upside or the downside. As long as there is momentum behind it, I am not biased one way or another to say, okay, I can only be bullish or I can only be bearish. And one thing that, like I said, for some people that are not momentum traders, when something breaks out to a new 52-week high and the price is at an all-time high, I'm inclined to go long. And a lot of people think, oh my God, how can you buy something that is at a historical high? Or how can you basically short something that has already dropped 15, 20%?
Why don't you explain why it is that you look for momentum? Because you said before, momentum isn't your default strategy. You have many things you look for, but why is that a key thing for you to look for?
Well, I think, like I said earlier, I think momentum basically defines the psychology that goes into the price action and the behavior. And that psychology is such a powerful tool that if you are part of that psychology, the chances are that, the trade is going to be favorable rather than try to be skeptical and be a contrarian, which a lot of people do. They think, well, okay, if this thing has gone down so much, it has to bounce. Or if this thing has gone up so much, it's going to come down. It's trying reverse psychology in a momentum play, which most people do, does not work. But the key is that when you play the momentum, you got to have a very, very low risk exit strategy, which means that your stops have to be very, very close. And there is a chance that once or twice you're going to get stopped out because, the price just went against you. But when the trade goes your way, it is really a home run. That is the power of momentum, so it works. And until it doesn't, then no reason to think otherwise.
Can you explain a little bit why you want your exit to be pretty close, your exit stop?
Well, this business is about numbers. If for me, if I feel that my stops are relatively close, then I can be wrong twice, okay, out of 3 trades. And if the third one is a home run, it is going to compensate for the 2 small losses that I had. And at the end of the day, I'm going to go home making more money than I had yesterday. And that's the key. But if your losses are not to a point that they can be absorbed by the third win, then you can have a huge gain on the third trade and still come short or barely break even. That doesn't mean anything. We're not non-profit organization. We're here to make money. So at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is that did you make money with whatever it is that you did, whether it was 2 trades, 3 trades, or 4 trades.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Pirouz Hendi for Hamzy Analytics, Stocks, and Options. You can find me at hamzyanalytics.com and follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is StockDoctor68. And thank you for watching MarketHeist.com.